Only on Way 31, the wife of a former Huntsville police officer in prison for murder right now claims the jury didn't have all the information when it convicted him. Well, Way 31's Matt Kroschel tells us more about the deal she claims prosecutors offered him that the DA's office denies.
Darby sentenced to 25 years in prison after a jury found him guilty of the murder of Jeffrey Parker in 2018. This high-profile case continues to draw national attention as Darby's appeal sits at the state's court, yet to be ruled on.
It shows that the courts do not support us as law enforcement, even though we have Alabama Criminal Code justifying what we can do.
William Darby's biggest supporter, a law enforcement officer herself, Keelan Darby, continues to stand by her husband, whom she refers to as Ben, and proclaim his innocence more than a year since his sentencing and 4 years since Parker was killed.
Originally when this happened, Ben was off. Ben was told, if we fire you, we're not going to press charges. That came directly from the district attorney's office. They said, if you fire Ben Darby, to Chief McMurray, if you fire Ben Darby, we won't press charges. Chief said, no, he did the right thing. I'm not going to fire him. The district attorney's office brings about a indictment.
Tonight, the Madison County District Attorney's Office denies that allegation and said no such offer was ever made to the police chief, ever.
And then January of 2021, the DA's office speaks with our lawyers and says, hey, just take this plea deal of no prison time, 5 years probation, and we'll be done. Take aggravated manslaughter, no prison time, 5 years probation. Ben said, no, I didn't commit murder and I didn't commit manslaughter. I'm not taking the deal. Then we go to trial. He's ultimately found guilty. We go to sentencing, and they request for at least 25 years. Locally, if you look at that, you go from, we don't want to do, just cut him loose and we won't fight, we won't press charges, to we're good with 25 years in prison. How is that not personal?
Any regrets there?
No.
Attorneys for Jeffrey Parker's family and their ongoing civil case against Darby remain confident the jury got it right. The shooting wasn't justified.
Everything I've seen, I mean, I would expect that it'll be upheld and he'll serve out, the remainder of his term.
What do you take away from the decision that jury made? What do you say to those jurors?
I don't think that I know that they weren't given all the information. They were given a story that Ben was a murderer from the beginning. They weren't allowed to hear that he would have been exonerated by case law, by testimony of those people. The jury was not allowed to hear that the Huntsville Police Department cleared Ben Darby of any wrongdoing.
Keelan Darby is leading the Stand with Darby movement, backed by the National Fraternal Order of Police and others, raising money for Darby's defense. She remains confident this conviction will be overturned. I'm Matt Kroschel, Way 31 News.
And by the way, you can find that complete unedited interview on our website, waytv.com.